Network.
Hi, this is George Foreman, and I'm talking sports with Randy S.
All right, so I may have some updated news.
What's that?
Okay.
I don't know if I want to divulge it to everyone that's in this room right now.
Steve, can you step out for a minute?
But I just got an email with the contract for the TV show.
What?
That's great news.
Nice.
So
I was built for TV. Look at this guy.
So I hope, Steve, you and I are going to enjoy this process. It's going to be a lot of fun. I didn't know you were still here. Sorry.
I'm right here. I can see you. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to put my glasses off. Now I can see you.
Wait, was that a Freudian slip? You said Steve and I will enjoy the process. You kept me out of there, too.
No, you.
No, you
I
said
you.
I hope Steve and I will enjoy this process.
And I pointed to you.
We'll go back on
get it.
Yeah, we got video.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Do you know where we're going to do it yet?
I know a few things. I also spoke to a local media person who will be doing some NFL stuff for us.
Excellent.
And I'm already starting to put the ball on the court for New Orleans, and hopefully I'll get a better place to sleep. Well, we got a B&B in Vegas that was really disgusting, but we will never, ever have a better broadcast location than we did last year.
Unless we take over Pat McAfee's studio.
Still won't be better.
Really?
Yeah. How would us taking Pat's facility over better than us being across from Pat?
We could take him. I think we could take
Randy,
him. Look, there's new rule sets in the NFL. Onside kicking is no longer a thing. You can't do it secretly. You can't pretend about it.
Well, it's never secretly.
You can't do it from behind. You have to be, fourth quarter only. Only if you're trailing, you can now onside kick. So, a guy like McAfee, he no longer is as powerful as he once was with new rules.
He's more powerful.
Not really.
That would take away from my good friend Jonathan Casillas, who recovered the onside kick when the Saints played in the Super Bowl in Miami. What? You were going to rip Matt, so I was excited.
No, I was not going to rip Matt. I was going to rip
you.
you. How could you, of all people, end up in a horrible Airbnb in Las Vegas, of all places, when you know everybody in Las Vegas? You could have called. I could think of 5 people right off the top of my head that you could have called and stayed with, they don't live in bad Airbnbs.
Being cheap.
No, he could stay with his friends. I'm talking about.
Exactly.
He has cheap.
Yeah.
No, see, exactly. See, he's an idiot. Because I'm a team guy, and I had places to stay.
Oh, but you wanted your team.
Well, the team couldn't stay there. They were not welcome to stay at certain places.
Now, if it was been in Orlando, we could all slept in Shaq's 30-foot round bed, the world's largest.
We could have just all slept in the basketball court.
Or in Shaq.
Inside his house, he parks 6 of his cars. It's crazy. He has a full-length basketball court. He's got
a yacht in his backyard. He's got a yacht bigger than most people's homes.
My son had a friend who lived on that street. So on that street was Shaq, was Tiger, and was Oscar Schmidt. If you know who Oscar Schmidt, he just lost his record, most points in the Olympics. I think to Durant.
Team Brazil. Viva Brazil.
Got drafted by, I think the Nets, Oscar. But that was back when you couldn't play in the Olympics. And he wanted to play for Brazil. It was more important for him to play for Brazil than to play in the NBA.
So what are we going to do to get this Shaq story out of here? We keep bringing back Shaq. We keep bringing back the story. Just tell the Shaq story.
Mike, could you do me a favor, please, and take 30 seconds and explain to the idiot to your right what an NDA is?
An NDA is a non-disclosure agreement, whereby the person who signs it cannot speak about what he signed the NDA about.
Unless
say
allegedly,
unless he wants to,
in the quotation marks.
Unless he wants to get sued.
Right, exactly.
Nobody will hear it.
Yeah, if you tell me, I can say it because I have nothing to lose. So
it all goes back to Randy. You can't.
Stories will be coming out shortly. Stories will be coming out. It'll be very, very interesting.
Well, a story that I have is this kid Gustavo Villamil from CFFC, who caught our friend Max in a guillotine from out of this world.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 2 of them. The first one almost got Max, and then the second. This kid is 5'2", and he's built like a superhero. I couldn't believe
it was a good card. You know,
Yeah.
there were some people that were saying there was some home cooking. You know, Candyman was on there, Blake Smith was on there, and a lot of
Somebody's home
times.
cooking. They got to sell tickets.
Right.
That's the business.
No, for sure. Blake came out and performed, got back on the winning track. Like you said, Max, you know, faltered against a worthy opponent.
Really?
There was that heavyweight there that's a monster.
Yeah.
Anthony. That's the heavyweight.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you were like asking about him. Like,
Well, I wasn't asking about him. I was saying that there was a heavyweight that was a monster who will be fighting and will be back out there. I've already talked to John Morgan. They return September, I think it's the 21st.
do you know why he'll be your favorite fighter?
Oh, you know who my favorite fighter is?
I do. If you know who he is, if you know who Anthony is, and what his family owns, you will be his number one fan.
I bet I won't.
He owns Coney Island hot dogs.
Whippy do do
Detroit
do.
style Coney dogs. Palm Harbor. They had one over in Clearwater Beach. So I can get you free food.
No, thank you.
Hook up.
No, thank you.
Coney dogs.
No, thank you.
Detroit style.
No, thank you.
Lafayette chili.
No, thank
You don't
you.
even know about the Dearborn Meat Company.
No, thank you. I'm good.
You're a foodie. You're not like impressed.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You used to follow the sauce. Now you don't.
Now I don't.
Wow, this new like Randy, I like it. This discipline.
Got another 10, 12. I'm having a custom suit made, so I have to make sure that I fit into it for the wedding and for the inauguration into the Florida MMA Hall of Fame.
That's great.
Nice. What should we wear, Mike?
I'm in the New Jersey MMA Hall of
All right.
Fame. Yeah.
What should we wear to his inauguration?
I guarantee you won't be there.
I guarantee I will.
I guarantee
I
you
helped
won't.
get you in it.
First of all, you had nothing to do with
I
it.
actually did. I got the video to prove it.
Not only did you have nothing to do with it, I guarantee you won't be there
I've got the proof. I'll show it to you off the air.
because you won't.
That's my guy.
You won't pay the ticket price to get in.
Oh, does that cost money?
Yes.
Oh, because I usually pay for compliments.
Even when I was inducted into the New Jersey, I had to pay for a table
Right.
Wow.
to invite my mom and dad and my sister and her husband. And
I told my family they're not welcome because I'm not buying their ticket. True story. I was going to bring Tito. I'm not paying Tito's ticket.
yeah.
You know, and that everybody needs a ticket. If you don't have a ticket, you're not getting in.
Yeah.
And so,
But that's why it's all. We come down to what we said earlier. It's all business.
right.
Everything is business. Even when you're being honored like that, and it's a beautiful honor, but it's still a show, and somebody's got to pay for the show.
Yep. So the only way you would go is if you buy 2 tickets, one for you and one for me.
What if I just provide the pizza?
No thanks.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah.
But I got the pizza.
Pizza's like
Okay.
curds.
It used to work when he had a pizzeria. Now he doesn't.
Now I
So
show up with empty boxes, but I still get in. They don't open
They
the
don't-
boxes.
yeah, they don't
check.
open the boxes.
Nobody checks to see if there's real pizza in there.
That's funny.
hilarious. UFC this weekend. Was it?
Did you say, oh, great?
I said, "Oh boy."
I think they're in Abu Dhabi.
But that's the problem. It's too saturated.
I mean, we
Can we
just had
slow
a
it
fight.
down? Can we slow it down?
And it's another time. It's another time zone.
It's not too many when the UFC, in this particular case, the NFL of MMA, has product that they are obligated to fulfill.
They do, yes.
So they have a contract with ESPN
That's correct.
with X amount of events that they have to provide. I think PFL was in Nashville this week. There's events, one returning, I believe, to Denver. So, yes and no.
Aren't all eyes on the Mexican Independence Day? I mean, isn't that where?
No.
I mean, aren't people already bypassing all the events up to the September?
Sphere.
I mean, the Sphere is the biggest thing that the
Well,
UFC is.
you're
promoting.
regurgitating what Dana White has said. I mean, who knows if it's going to be the biggest thing ever?
Well, he says it's going to be, and he spent $17 million. He says that the cheapest ticket I saw is $3,000
yeah.
to even go in.
A lot of the media believe that we'll be watching from a tent outside, that we won't even get in.
Wow.
So,
But isn't that oh wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, depending on where you are on the media
John
list.
Morgan will be there.
John Morgan will be in. Kevin Iole will be in.
Okay, that's probably it. That might be it.
No, my buddy Shawn with what's the name? A slap? Not slap. I'll get it.
Okay.
Flat fight?
Well, I don't read other people's. I don't know other people's.
I think. I just think. Yeah. I mean.
What about Ariel Hawani? Will he be there?
No.
Why?
No.
What's wrong with Ariel?
He won't be there.
Full send.
Full Send. Thank you. Full Send. Shawn, my buddy from Full Send. Ariel hasn't been there in years.
Will the Schmo be there?
The Schmo will be there. Yeah.
Schmo makes big waves lately. I mean,
Schmo's a good dude. You know, it's a character.
Brett Okamoto will be inside.
Well, yeah, he's ESPN.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now we got a stand-up.
Yeah, I like the Schmo. I mean, he's a good dude. It's a character, and, you know, he turns it on and turns it off, and we kind of talked about it.
I don't know who that is.
He's a young kid. He's been involved. You know, he started out of nowhere. You know, he's in Vegas. Dana comes to his studio often, and, you know, he's – in order to really make it, you need to be in Vegas.
Correct. You have to have that accessibility,
Right.
that access. And when I was at Fox, I had it because I could get on a plane.
Sure.
And there were times when I would fly to Vegas from New York on Saturday morning, do the fight, and fly out at midnight.
I've done it.
And go back to New York.
Done it.
And not even get a hotel room because I had to cut my expenses. You know, it wasn't like Fox wasn't going to pay for me to stay at, you know, Bellagio and MGM every weekend. But it was still fun. I had a great time doing it.
We still do that.
Yeah.
You know, we just covered the UFC in New York. We flew in Saturday morning, went to the Brazilian buffet, went to the fights, fought our way through the streets.
You went to the Brazilian. Well, you went to the Chascaria place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, that place is great. Chascaria Plataforma, right up the street from MSG.
I don't know the name of it. You know, whatever.
it's
Say that again in English.
It's Portuguese.
I know. I said say it in English. Steve and
Brazilian
Eric and I
steakhouse, that's
went to the Brazilian steakhouse when we were in Denver.
That's great.
Loaded up on my my meat for the week.
Brazil.
So, but yeah, that's what we did for the New York fight. We flew in the morning, covered it Saturday night, fought our way warrior style on the subway back to the airport, and then flew home.
I have a question for both of you, actually. There's
Unfortunately, we are at the bottom of the hour,
Oh, man.
so let's hit this break. If you can remember, if you can concentrate long enough and not talk and remember what you have to say, run it by the producer. If he allows it, we'll call on you when we return. This is Knockout Radio.